Good morning. Welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Friday, 14th November 2025, Aries. Your emotions might be raw today and you may act rashly because of how you feel. Realize that people may not appreciate this behavior. Let your emotions be an asset that helps fuel your passion, but don't let them rule you entirely. Temper your actions with self-restraint and you'll get through the day with no problems. Taurus, you may feel out of your league today, and the good news is that you will be flexible and adaptable in nature. Any league can always become yours after you take the steps to work toward the crowd. Have patience and understanding as you learn a new set of rules and a new group of people with their own habits and their behaviors. Gemini, all of a sudden you may experience a burst of emotional energy that throws you into a monkey wrench into your plans. Don't be surprised if you suddenly burst into tears over something that normally wouldn't even faze you. Sometimes it's important to let the emotions flow. Feel free to share your feelings, but please don't try to hide them. Cancer, sit back and receive instead of trying to make things happen by imposing your will. You're always taking action and directing your energy outward. Think about ways you can direct your energy inward and watch this draw people to you. If nothing else, you learn something about yourself by being more attentive to your thoughts and emotions. Leo, there's a unique combination of energies in the air urging you to combine your psychic powers with your ability to organize. Your business sense is keen and you understand people and their general tendencies. You instinctively know motives behind actions, so use this to your advantage to make things work for you effectively. Virgo, everyone around you may be taking the initiative to start something new and you get the feeling that you want to join the cause. Be careful about getting something going just because everyone else is. You have a tendency to act hastily in an effort to prove that you're on top of the situation. Life isn't a popularity contest or race to the finish line, so please take your time. Libra, your masculine and feminine sides may be saying something completely different today, but the situation isn't necessarily bad. You can learn a lot from both sides of your being. Take the most useful aspects of each and put them towards achieving your goals. A delicate balance of give and take needs to happen to ensure that success can occur. Scorpio, turn one part of the project over to someone you feel is more qualified to handle it. There's no sense trying to do everything yourself when you know someone out is better than you to suit for the task. Today calls for a steady and patient hand. If you don't think you have the skills, admit it. You'll gain more respect by delegating than trying to buy through in the middle. Sagittarius, you may feel emotionally good, but the more you express yourself, the more critical others become of your sensitivity. Unfortunately, you may calm up under their circumstances. Hang on to the fact that you have something valuable to teach, but other people aren't ready to learn. Try not to take this personally, because life goes on. Capricorn, tap into your internal sources, listen to your deepest, strongest feelings and take things slowly. Plan your actions and consider the emotions of others before you take the first step. Take advantage of the pauses in your day. Enjoy the rest and use the time to plan ahead instead of acting rashly and running full throttle to the next task. Aquarius, things should come together nicely as long as you've done the necessary prep work to make it successful. The burners are hot and it's time to add the ingredients. If you've done the preliminaries, the next step will be easy. If you've neglected to take care of these details, you'll scramble to do many different things at once. Pisces, your witty social attitude may not be appreciated given the emotion and sober of the day. You adjust your mood to reflect current weather patterns. If you dress in silk, you couldn't be too happy. When it rains and you have no umbrella, consider such things when you walk into a room full of people today. What is the mood? How can you fit in with it? And how can you lift up persons around you? This has been your daily morning horoscope for Friday, 14th November 2025. Do have yourself a great day.
Happy Monday, you guys. How are you doing? I hope you had an awesome weekend, ready to face off another brand new, amazing, and productive week. Well, you know how we normally start. We start off with making sure that you're in tune with what's happening in and around you. And our news department is ready on hand to give us an update.
Good morning. Time now for the news. My name is Timothy Polion. Tourism Minister Dr. Ernest Delay has revealed that the island has fully rebounded from the pandemic, surpassing 2019's stay-over arrivals, with projections for 2025 set at a record 428,513 visitors. Record-breaking U.S. arrivals, a revived cruise sector, and ambitious new tourism projects signal a bright and connected future for the island's vibrant industry.
In 2019, St. Lucia recorded 423,736 stay-over visitors, the highest in our history at that time. By 2021, due to the global pandemic, that number fell to just under 200,000. Through targeted marketing, the restoration of airlift, and close collaboration with our travel partners, the sector rebounded to 445,659 stayover arrivals in 2024.
Dr. Hilaire says that United States arrivals are at a record high, specifically 4% higher than 2024. He also notes that the Caribbean market has seen a 3% increase, driven by local events and a sports tourism strategy. The endorsed United Workers' Party candidate for Castries North laid out his vision for transformation and service during DBS's special report on Thursday. With a background deeply rooted in community leadership and public service, Mr. Stephen Favrier says the time has come to channel his experience as a diplomat into meaningful change for both his constituency and the nation.
It gave me great exposure to really the highest level of diplomacy and exposure to political leadership from Africa to Latin America, Caribbean, the Pacific. And it gave me an opportunity to contrast and compare where we are as a country, our development aspirations, where we were before and where we are now. And it was clear to me, and this was my motivation for returning, that we have not only lost ground, but we're actually going backwards.
Mr. Favrier's manifesto highlighted key programs in health, youth development, infrastructure, special needs, and early childhood development. We continue the broadcast with news that a silent crisis affecting countless new mothers is being pushed into the spotlight. The For Mothers Foundation is breaking the dangerous stigma around postpartum depression, launching an urgent new call for dialogue and early detection to save lives and protect families from a mental health threat that has been hidden for far too long.
We're going to have a mental health nurse speaking on mental health, wellness, and also a holistic herbalist speaking on how to deal with depression and postpartum depression holistically and medically. And we also have an entrepreneur who's a mom who's going to be sharing her experience in running a business and being a full-time mother.
Ms. Justin says that in St. Lucia, not enough dialogue is held on postpartum depression and how it affects families. She emphasizes the importance of early detection when it comes to postpartum depression to prevent harm to the children, the parent, or others. Finally, from us this morning, a major national security operation is now underway to combat a growing and invisible threat, new and dangerous drugs. Key stakeholders are being armed with a powerful new tool, the Early Warning System for Drugs, in a high-stakes effort to detect and stop lethal substances before they can cause a crisis on our streets.
By bringing the various agencies together, it would allow us to have a more agile response. The tendency has been for us to be more responsive to situations, but through an early warning system, which is multi-agency, multidisciplinary, we would be able to be more proactive and allow for our efforts to be more integrated. So the benefit of having this in place is that you would find our agencies are able to come together in a more synchronized manner, and we would be able to intervene, we would be able to communicate to the public in a more timely manner, and we would have a more proactive response to potential threats that would be posed to our public, our various populations who are at potential risk of using particular substances, particularly new and emerging psychoactive substances.
The seminar was made possible through the technical support and funding from the Organization of American States, also the Inter-American Drug Abuse Control Commission, OAS-CCAD, and the government of Italy. That's the news. Thank you so much for listening and watching. My name is Timothy Polion, wishing you a productive Monday. Join us at noon for our next news major, the Lunchtime Report. Good morning.
Thanks, guys. We need to take a short break. We'll be back. Well, it's been about 2 weeks or thereabout, somewhere about, since Hurricane Melissa caused havoc throughout some parts of the region. And we did promise you that we were going to be tapping into Janella again once we were able to pin her down, because we know a lot is going on, to get a follow-up. So Janella was grateful enough again, like she promised, to join us to give us a full update as to where Jamaica stands right now following Hurricane Melissa. And like we promised, just like she promised, and sticking to her word because she's a woman of integrity, Janella has decided to take time again to join us to give us a more extensive update as to what is going on. It's been like just about 2 weeks or thereabout since Melissa. Yes, just about that. And, by now is when the real realities are beginning to set in. So I am very grateful that you decided to join us, Janella, to give us some update. I mean, you look good, so we're taking hope from that our girl is okay. So you're not too affected, right?
I am not. Well, not in the sense that I have a roof over my head,
right?
But seeing the devastation and the separation of so many Jamaicans, mentally, it's taking a toll. But as a journalist, you have to kind of put all of that aside and just focus on the work. But sometimes it is hard. As I would have explained to you, in Kingston, we were not hit as hard because the eye of the hurricane went west.
Right.
And so communities there, let me tell you, girl.
Have you been able to go through, and where have you been so far? Have you been to all of them? Or?
Not certainly. It's hard to get to the places because you have a lot of trees in the roadway. You have boulders. I mean, the access is hard. But we have been on the road.
Right.
We have been there. And I can tell you that let me describe it this way. Sure. It's like a bomb just dropped and it just smashed up everywhere.
Wow.
So as it is now, you have thousands of Jamaicans who are homeless. They don't have any food, and as you would appreciate, because of the strength of the hurricane, there's no electricity, there's no water. It is just a horrible situation. However, I take comfort in the fact that the country has been getting a lot of support from international partners, and we're talking about from as far as India, the United Kingdom, the United States, Canada, in the Caribbean as well. It would appear that the world has rallied behind Jamaica to help in the recovery, but it is a very difficult phase right now because what the authorities are trying to do is to create that access. As it is now, there are still 2 communities that are still marooned, meaning that the road just wash off, and so you have one part on this side, one part on the other side. You cannot move.
Wow.
And since this week, it has been a little more difficult because it is raining.
Oh gosh, no.
It is raining.
Oh, no.
And that is not a very good thing because there are people so you have those people who lost their houses. Then you have people who the house is still intact but there's no roof.
Right.
And it's like then you have the situation with the schools. Some schools have been flattened. Some schools have been really terribly damaged. It's a lot, and I don't wish to be in government right now because when you look at it, the recovery is going to take time. The recovery it's not something that you can recover in a year. I can tell you that much. In terms of agriculture, farms have been wiped. I suspect that we will know the true magnitude in the coming weeks because, obviously some farmers, they probably would have had things in storage, but once that stock has been done, that's it for us. Fields have been decimated. And I'm talking about not just food, but we're talking about animals like cows and chickens. It's a really bad situation. But like I said, there is hope. We're getting support, but it is going to take some time.
Right. Well, we've been seeing some of those footages. I mean, I saw a farm, a chicken farm, and it was disheartening. Looking at it from where I am, so I could only imagine what sort of a trauma that is created when you have to walk around and view all of that in that sense, and even more so for the people who basic thing like water, when you're feeling that, and that kind of thirst that comes. I mean, I went through Ivan, and that kind of thirst, that sort of a heat and dehydration that comes after a storm of that magnitude or that sort, and that is the time you can't have water. This I don't wish this on anybody, and I'm just praying that things could fall back at least to some sort of normalcy sooner than later, and then the rest could fall into place after that. But I'm grateful that we are still able, through persons like yourself, to get a true sense. So persons who hear, I mean, I think NEMO is now organizing their own relief efforts as well. So I think it's very vital, because it's very easy when you're not in affected areas to go back to life as normal, and it's easy to just go back is business as usual. But you know what, it's good to have a sense on the ground like you're giving us, so we don't forget. And we don't, Christmas is right there, and sometimes we might feel the need to well, it's our Christmas and fair, but there are people who really needs us at this time, so that we could continue to spare the thought and spare the resources, and in whatever way that we can. St. Lucia, this is a call. We've got people, this is our very own girl, she's over there, so there might be other Lucians who are over there who might be in even more dire straits. So you know what, let's keep that awareness on. And Janella, you are amazing, and thank you so much. Thank you, you're so resilient.
Thank you.
I say that I can feel that resilient energy.
It is hard. It's a lot to take in, and then you have the psychological aspect of it. Some persons, as long as they hear like the thunder, because like I said, it's been raining in Jamaica. Ooh. It's like it's coming back. So there's also that focus on mental health. Persons have been experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder, and it is, like I said, it is a lot. So if St. Lucians through NEMO can assist with like clothing and just little items, that there will never be enough. So this is a humanitarian mission that is going to be in place for a while. And so if persons can support the efforts by NEMO or any organization in St. Lucia who want to lend a hand or want to give support, that will be deeply appreciated.
Wonderful. Janella, thank you again. And we are not going to drop the ball. We're going to keep following up with you, because it's important to keep the information and the awareness on. So thank you again.
And thank you for having me. Bye-bye.
Wonderful. Bye-bye.
Let me tell you, St. Lucia is not skipping a bit. St. Lucia is catching up with the times, and we are definitely rolling with the times. I mean, our next interview will indicate just that. Now, more and more them days, they say when you're no longer a spring chicken, things like this does become very, very exciting to you. So I see we have a little company here. Curi point of sale or curry?
Curry,
like chicken curry or curry chicken. And Michael, what's your name again, Michael? Michael Lynn, listen, you guys do like Uber Eats kind of vibe?
Yes, we do.
So you mean when I have my cravings in the house on a Saturday evening, I could call all you up and I know how to get up in bed?
You don't even have to call. You just open up your phone, you pull up the app, and then you order, it comes in, it goes to the restaurant approves, you pay online, and then you get to track your order from the time it's placed at the restaurant to the time your driver is in front of your house, your business, on the beach, in the bathroom. We have you covered, yeah?
Carl, you're getting me excited now. So let me calm down and let me wire back down a bit, because the last thing I want is to get up on the top there and have to fall back down. That's happening anywhere in St. Lucia?
So right now, we're based in the north, so we deliver as far as Odsa.
Oh, well, that covers me right there.
Forest, yeah.
Wow.
Platte, capacity to the top, yes. And hopefully in the first quarter of next year, for sure, Dennery, Soufre, Beaufort, we already have restaurants on board. We're just trying to partner with more delivery companies, more drivers, so we can open it up.
So exactly how it is Curi works now, because let me understand, because them techie thing does kind of beat me a little bit, but I know I need it, but it just beat me a little bit. How does Curi work? Curi is designed to be like the bridge between all of that. So it's a hub for all of what I need.
Yeah. So Curi right now is a point of sale. So we are a simpler, smarter point of sale for restaurants, bars, retail businesses, services, and so on.
Nice.
You could download it from either of the app stores, Google Play, Apple, whichever.
Is it a free download?
It's a free download, and you get 20 days free trial. We are a subscription based, so it's a monthly subscription of $95 PC, and that will cover 2 devices. So you determine what those 2 devices would be. It can be your cashier station on your phone, and the beauty of it is that once you have it on your phone, you can be on the airplane and still know what's happening in your business.
Oh man, come on now.
Yeah.
This is innovative. Let's talk about innovation here. Certainly. How long ago was Curi established?
So Curi has been in operation for 2 years now.
Nice.
And guess what? We're operating in over 5 OECS or Caribbean islands.
Come on, girl. Come on.
So right now we operate in Trinidad, Grenada, Dominica, St. Kitts, Belize, Barbados, just to name a few persons, a few places. Yeah.
And people are really, really into it.
They are. They are. We work with so many different types of people, from food trucks. As I mentioned, we have spas using the system. We have nail techs, masseuse, hairdressers. We have furniture persons who will be able to do hire purchase. It's just so much more. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No man. I listen. We finding you online. We go in and get your app on the app stores.
On the app store, or you could visit our website, which is curi.lc. And the beauty of Curi is that once you have Curi, it also integrates with Ontrai, which is our food delivery platform. So now, for a business owner in the restaurant industry, you get to manage all of that on one platform. And you get to track everything.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
I need to where my phone? I need to download the app though.
Yeah.
You got a little 5% off there?
A little 5%, yeah. So at the trade show, if you come and you have that flyer, you get $5 off your first order.
Yes.
And if you browse through the different stores we have, you will notice some of the stores are managed by Ontrai, the Ontrai support team.
Oh.
We have 50% off on some of the locations in terms of delivery.
Come on now. Listen, this is innovation. That is all I can tell you. Definitely curry chicken and chicken curry in for real.
Yeah.
The thing cooking boy. I love it.
Yeah.
Michael, what was it, Michael?
Michaeline.
Michaeline.
Yeah.
Her name is so nice and unique. Michaeline. I like it. And you got this, girl. I love it. Curry. We cooking with gas.
Yes, we cooking with gas.
I love it.
Yeah. So we're the spice.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. The cooking. This is nice. You see, you have that. Definitely moving with the times. You know what? Speaking of moving, let's move with SocaCize.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's SocaCize session. Leading the wine is Sarah and myself, Shani. Let's get ready to flaunt with SocaCize. For this morning's workout, we will be doing a cardio Soca jam. Let's get ready to sweat with SocaCize. Squeeze.
To get recognition, Lucian women have to work.
4, 3, squeeze and hop. Squeeze.
Bangkok, 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 Bangkok.
Last one. Right leg tap. 4, 3, 2, switch the side. Now we're going with the arms. Side, side, up, down, side, side, up, down, side. And we want nice strong arms. 4, 3, 2, we're going to roll it. Roll. Hold it down. Take it up. Roll. 4, 3, 2, squeeze. 4, 3, 2, and let's go. Last one, right foot, tap. 4, 3, 2, switch it. Swing those arms. 4, 3, side, side, up, and.
To all them women out there who want to succeed, they start a trend now, so all your best in heed.
4, 3, 2, roll the arm, down, roll.
If you want to be a doctor or a nurse, boy, I suggest that you go to
take it up, and.
Because if you get your degree from over there,
4, 3, 2, squeeze.
To get recognition, Lucian woman have to work. To
4, 3, 2, right side, and.
Bangkok. Get your degree from Bangkok.
All right. That was this morning's session. We hope you are feeling sexy, sultry, and strong. Have a wonderful day.
And there you have it. That is our Monday show. And I hope that you're uplifted, you're inspired to go on out and start a brand new week fresh. Never mind what happened last week. Never mind what happened over the weekend. This is a new day, a fresh start, new opportunity for you to wrong the rights, for you to make the changes where you deserve to make them. You know what? So many possibilities. So you know what? Grab the opportunity and use that 24 hours wisely. I'll see you again tomorrow.